All right, so I know the last section was very lengthy, but hopefully this section will be easier for you. So let's get started. Part C says, write a system of linear equations to represent each problem situation. Define each variable. So 7a says, Mario and Luigi are going to make a fruit basket. They plan on buying kiwi and passion fruit. Kiwi costs $2 per pound and passion fruit costs $3 per pound. Altogether, Mario and Luigi bought 7. I'm going to make a correction here and correct it from pieces of fruit. Wait, not pieces of fruit, but pounds of fruit. Otherwise, your variables won't make sense. So 7 pounds of fruit for $16, okay? So, how many kiwi and passion fruit did they buy? But right now, we're just going to write the equations and not answer the question. So kiwi costs $2 per pound. Let's have kiwi be the x value. So pounds of kiwi. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to write it like that. It's all squishy. X is pounds of kiwi. Okay, and then passion fruit costs $3 per pound. So let's have Y be pounds of passion fruit. Okay, and then just so that I really emphasize it, you know that they're both in pounds because it says per pound. It's always per the unit. I can't talk. Okay, so that's why they're both in pounds, okay? My bad for stumbling over my words, but there you go. So kiwi is $2 per pound, passion fruit is $3 per pound, so X is kiwi, Y is our passion fruit. And altogether, Mario and Luigi bought 7 pieces of fruit for $16. So if they have bought 7 pounds of fruit for $16, that means your pounds of kiwi plus your pounds of passion fruit should equal 7, because that's how many pounds they bought. Okay, and then in order to calculate for the $16, let's see how much money they spent. So for kiwis, it's $2 per pound. So $2 multiplied by the pounds of kiwi plus passion fruit costs $3 per pound. So it's $3 multiplied by the number of pounds. And so in total, that will give us $16 of cost. So we got X plus Y equals 7 to represent how many pounds they bought in total. And then the 2x plus 3y equals 16 to represent how much money they spent in total. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can call me over. But let's go with number 8, or number 8A. Number 8A says, a Computers R Us sells Chromebooks for $200 and laptops for $500. Last week, they sold altogether 8 devices for a total of $2,200. How many Chromebooks and laptops did Computers R Us sell? So I don't know why that the first one, they wanted us to use X and Y. Look at the answers. But for number 8, they want us to use C and L. So let's use C and L. C is going to be Chromebooks. And then L, I'm going to write it as like a curvy lowercase cursive L so that you don't think it looks like a 1. That's going to be laptops. Okay, so let's see. Altogether, they sold 8 devices. So if I add up the number of Chromebooks plus the number of laptops, that should be 8 because that's how many they sold in total. And there's just Chromebooks and laptops. So C plus L should be 8. Now to talk about the money portion, Chromebooks are $200. So 200 multiplied by the number of Chromebooks plus laptops are 500. So 500 multiplied by the number of laptops. That should give us a total of how many dollars? $2,200. Oops, sorry. So $2,200. So as you can see, that matches our equations on the bottom here. So if you guys have any questions, please pause the video and let me know. If you were wondering why I had it awkwardly scrolled That's because I was trying to cover our answers. But now that we've written them, we can show them. So here are the answers. After we've written our system of linear equations, we are able to do the second part, which is solve the system of linear equations using the linear combinations elimination method. So the method we just learned in the previous video, we're going to use that to solve these systems. Let's start off with number 7b. So once again, you want to make sure that x and y are on the same side and that the number is by itself, and they are, so that's good. Step 1 is done. Step 2 is to multiply one or both of the equations to make sure that we have opposites. So 2x and x, not opposites. But we can make it an opposite by multiplying this entire equation by -2. So that's what I'm going to do. -2 times x is -2x. -2 times y is -2y. -2 times 7 is -14. And I'm just going to rewrite this one down here so that they're next to each other again. Okay, so now that we multiplied the second equation, we can see that we have a -2x and a 2x. So they are opposite, which is exactly what we wanted. So let's add it together, just like we said we would do in step 3. So step 3 is just to add these equations together. These will cancel out just like we wanted. 3y and -2y will just give us regular old y, 1y. 16 and -14 gives us 2. So y is equal to 2. We are not done yet. This is simply step 3. We have finished solving for y is equal to 2. Step 4 is to plug it into one of our equations. So just so you know, this equation looks a lot nicer. So that's the equation I'm going to plug it into. Let me write that equation out. So yeah, that equation is just copied from the yellow one above. X plus, instead of y, I'm just going to write 2. Because y is 2. And then solving, -2 on both sides, cancel out. X is equal to 5. Are we done yet? No. Remember, this was the end of step 4. The last step, the final step, is to write it out in coordinate notation. So x comes first, so 5. Y comes next, 2. This is your final answer. And so, what does this even mean? Well, remember, x was supposed to be kiwis, and y was supposed to be passion fruit. So then to answer the question, how many kiwi and passion fruit did they buy? Well, we said x was pounds of kiwi, so 5 pounds of kiwi and 2 pounds of passion fruit. Okay, so this would be the answer in context. So that's what your 5 and 2 mean. 5 pounds of kiwi, 2 pounds of passion fruit. So if you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, let's get on with number 8. Okay, so we have 200C plus 500L is equal to 2,200, and we have C plus L is equal to 8. So I don't know about you, but 200 is a nicer number to me than 500. So I'm going to multiply that bottom equation by -200 so that I can force the C's to cancel. I'm going to force the C's to eliminate each other. Distributing -200 times C is -200C. -200 times L minus 200L. -200 times 8, -1,600. Now I'm just going to rewrite this top equation under here, just so that they're next to each other, so it's easier to look at. Okay, and so now you can see that we have the opposites, the -200C and the positive 200C, and they will cancel out in step 3. So step 3 is to add it together. They cancel out just like we wanted. you get 300L is equal to 600. All right, so L is being multiplied to 300. To get rid of multiplying, you do the opposite. We're going to divide by 300. Those cancel out. We get L is equal to, L is equal to 2. All right, so this was the end of step 3. However, we still need to do step 4, which is to plug stuff in. So I don't know about you, but I think this equation looks a lot nicer than the blue one. So I'm going to write out that equation over here. C plus L is equal to 8. So I'm going to plug in L. C plus 2 is equal to 8. Remember, L is 2, so I replace the L with 2. So we're going to subtract 2 from both sides, so we solve for C. Cancel out. C is equal to 6. Remember, we're not done yet. We need to write it in coordinate notation. And so I'm just going to pretend that the C, since it happened first, that's our X. This is our Y. So I want you to put it in XY form, which is really CL form, which is 6, 2. So this will be your final answer. So what does this even mean in terms of the problem situation? Well, 6 is C, so we have 6 Chromebooks. And then 2 is our L, so 2 laptops. So this is how many Chromebooks and laptops that Computers R Us sold. All right. And that is your final answer. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you call me over so that I can explain to you, or maybe you want to just rewatch the video first before you call me over. So either way, whatever works for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me scroll down. So for the skills practice, you're going to just solve by substitution, which is what we did in the first video. And then over here, you have to write the equations out, define your variables, and then solve it. So that's what we just did in this video. So if you have any questions, let me know. Call me over to your breakout room. Other than that, I'll see you guys later.